legends, heroes, and poopy heads. Welcome to the Omni Flash channel, where Omni Flash will take gaming to the next level.
Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Omni Flash, and I am your guide to Perfect World Mobile. Let us take a moment and appreciate just how beautiful it is to be standing on top of your Harley, on your motorcycle, and shooting arrows off of it. This should be a thing. I really think the devs should look into this. You already can fight off of your flying mount. Why can't you fight off of your land mount? I think you can do that. It actually does work. I think it should work. It'll be kind of weird, but it looks so cool. I think it could work. All right, today is Molten Core Hard. You should be doing this. The first thing you should bring to Molten Core Hard is you're going to bring a different type of pill. It's going to be a liberation pill or a sutra pill. Liberation pills is from level 40 alchemy. Sutra pills are from level 50 alchemy. Both of them will get you out of a furnace on the last boss. If you have those, it will make your life a whole lot easier and prevent wipes. All right, so ideally, you will pull this boss to the back. Pull him away from the doors. This way he won't have this electrical red line. You see this little red electricity that actually buffs the boss. And you also want to face the boss away from your team because he has some straight forward AoEs that can wipe your team. Also, as DPS need to kill all the ads as quickly as possible. They either heal or give the boss a defensive buff. Alright, so once the body goes to 0%, the head comes out. You want to DPS that head. Destroy the head as quickly as possible. If you are like a Sin, if you're an assassin, watch out. You see this red fire thing? It's a silence and it also burns you. So don't stand in that. It will silence you. You won't be able to do any attacks. You can't sub-C strike if you're an assassin. You can't do it. You just need to stand away from it. Also, it has 3 attacks. 2 attacks that has 4 lines coming out. You need to dodge those. And then also has a straight attack. So DPS have to watch out for those. Also, you have to watch out for the ads. If you're a tank, be sure to grab the ads as quickly as possible so that your DPS won't have to kite. And also, if your DPS can do AoEs, and this AoE will hit the head and the minions all at the same time. That will save you time. So after, you have to grab the body again. After the body goes back to 100%, the head will rejoin the body. You want to pull the boss all the way to the back, like right here. And now he's not buffed. Alright, so you see this lava sting? It doesn't really do any damage to the tank. However, it does keep knocking the tank back. So you have to watch out for that, especially if you're an assassin. I find this really funny because I keep getting knocked back. I keep getting knocked back into a wall. I think I get knocked back through a wall. It's a little funny. However, I need to jump back in so I can grab the ads. The ads are coming. Also, there is another thing you can do. While the head is out and the body is still healing, what you need to do is when the body is at 50%, it will have a buff called rapid recasting. You want to switch, the tank should switch targets to the body and interrupt it. Go ahead and do that, and that will slow down the body from healing. The body won't heal twice as fast. Be sure to do that so that you can get this first boss done as quickly as possible. This first boss is the easiest boss. It has no enrage. It has no enrage mechanic. If it takes you 30 minutes to kill this boss, you can take 30 minutes to kill this boss. The second and third bosses, they do have enrage mechanics. You have about 5 minutes each to you have to take down the second and third boss in about 5 minutes each, or they get really strong and wipe your team. Alright, so if you like this video, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and comment below to be entered to win a $25 iTunes or Google Play gift card August 15th, 2020. Alright, so we're coming through and there's these huge lava balls. It is a booby trap. One way to get through, we found that there is a little gap. You can actually run through this little gap on the left hand side, and once you get to the trap switch, be sure to click on it and turn off the booby trap so the rest of your team can come in as easily as possible. If some of your members got hit by the ball, be sure to rebuff before you hit the second boss. Now this is Molten Core Hard. I have never gotten rare elixirs from Molten Core Easy or Molten Core Normal. If you have gotten rare elixirs from either of those, please comment below. I have gotten rare elixirs only from Molten Core Hard. So it is, if you can't do Molten Core Hard, maybe it's a better idea to just do Moonfall EV Hard, because if you don't have the DPS, Moonfall EV Hard will still allow you to get those rare elixirs. Alright, this is the second boss. This second boss, LANDALF, also has a frontal, it's called Firewheel. It's also a frontal straight line, pretty thin AoE attack. So you want to point her away from your team. If you're an assassin, a type of DPS, a close range DPS, be sure to try to position yourself behind the boss. Next, we have this yin yang symbols. All of the range DPS, range classes will stand on the red yin yang to reduce the amount of damage you take. There is a tick. See how my healer's getting damage for 14k per second because she isn't standing on the red yin yang. So all healers, all clerics, all archers, all wizards, all Vulpines will stand on the red, and all melee classes such as blade masters, barbarians, and assassins, they will stand on the blue yin yang. Alright, so this right here with the red and the blue bubble, it will announce either Mordred Strike or Storm Fury Strike. A minute ago it said Mordred Strike. When it says Mordred Strike, it means kill the red bubble as quickly as possible. When it says Storm Fury Strike, kill the blue bubble as quickly as possible. The next mechanic is dual swords. Dual swords, one of your members will have a red bubble. See how my cleric has a red bubble, and one of your members will have a blue bubble. These bubbles are used to block the red and the blue lines coming from the red and blue swords. If these lines are not blocked by the person with the red and the blue bubble, the boss will be super buffed and will most likely kill your tank. Alright, so next it will be the yin yang again. All melees stand on the side of the blue yin yang, and it will let you take less damage. If you are ranged and you stand in the red yin yang, you don't take any damage. Now, if you are standing in the wrong yin yang, I think you take double damage. After that, it will once again either say Mordred Strike or Storm Fury Strike. This time it says Storm Fury Strike. Your whole team needs to head towards the Storm Fury Sword and take that out. If you are inside the blue bubble, you don't take damage. If you are outside of the bubble, you do take damage. After the sword is dead, the boss immediately uses a straight Firewheel attack. Be sure to dodge that. If you are a tank, there is one thing you could do. You can get out of the bubble first and then position yourself away from your team, and she will Firewheel towards the tank. And this way your team doesn't even have to dodge the Firewheel attack. Now the boss will become enraged in 30 seconds. This means you have about 40 seconds to kill the boss. After the 30 seconds, she will say Dark Chi. During Dark Chi, for the next 3 seconds, she takes 0 damage. Then she enrages and she does an incredible amount of damage. She turns red and she continues to wipe your team. You have about 10 seconds before your full team is dead. And your healer can prolong this by rezzing bodies for her to one hit. Now this is a really good time to have a goblin because she has to run to you in order to hit you. It is possible to kite her backwards. So if you have a goblin, you can kite her backwards even when she's enraged and take her out. So for the last boss, the Molten Lord. For the Molten Lord, it actually, everyone starts with a fire debuff. You do get Scorch, then you get Seared, then you get something called Backdraft. Once it always keeps ticking up, one stack at a time. Once it gets to Backdraft 10, your team instantly dies. It doesn't matter if you have a goblin, you're just toast. So you do have to DPS this boss as quickly as possible. Before you start the boss, your DPS can build up 4 bars of chi. Remember, for this last boss, do you have your Sutra pills or your Liberation pills ready? Alright, so for this first attack, it's called Hell's Meteor. You will get a little countdown timer above your heads. Do move away from the boss because a meteor falls from the sky and it will create a flaming AoE fire circle that never goes away. You want to make sure that you don't go on top of a furnace. If you go on top of a furnace, there will be a flaming fire circle on a furnace, and a minute ago I got trapped into a furnace. You will instantly die when you get trapped in a furnace. Alright, so when one person will get trapped in a furnace, it was my cleric, and you will actually panic and have to find out who's in that furnace, which furnace it's in, and then go help them escape if you did not have your Liberation Sutra pills, which hopefully you have with you. The next mechanic is called Molten Hell. From four corners there will be these molten orbs. They will come towards the boss. So far it's impossible to kill these molten orbs. Just focus DPS on the boss. Healers should attempt 3 stacks of Iron Heart on all team members, and then when those orbs hit that boss, turn on your blue regeneration bubble, and that should save your team. Also, if your DPS are dying too quickly, DPS will require to use Grace Fleet, Chi Burst, Subsea Strike, any of those skills that you have which make you invulnerable, you can re-top up your health using some HP potions as well. Alright, so Hell's Meteor. This is where they shoot down the meteor. The mechanic, the way that it chooses who gets the Hell's Meteor is whoever, it is the 4 people farthest away from the boss. So if you're tank and you have 2 close range DPS, such as an assassin, another barb, or a blade master, if you have 3 close range DP, 3 close range players, then one of those, so your tank could possibly get a Hell's Meteor. If you want to prevent that, if you're tanking and you want to prevent yourself from getting Hell's Meteor and you have to run back, when it's time for Hell's Meteor, just move your body to the center of the boss. Just go underneath his body, and you won't get chosen for Hell's Meteor. Alright, so we're at the very last. See how our backdraft is 4 and it's slowly ticking up? Once it gets to backdraft 9, you have about 10 seconds before the team wipes. If you are taking way too much damage from the Molten Orb or Hell's Fury attack, you can use like Golden Poppies to increase your vitality. You can also use the artifact Chaos Bell or your Ocean Orb artifacts to lessen the damage you take from that attack. I hope this helped you. Hope you get great drops. You can also get legendary sacks from this boss. Be sure to do these dungeons. The Molten Core is very important. You get so much good stuff. I hope you like this, and I'll see you in the next video.